Check. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning, good morning. Okay, can you tell me what have we done in the last class, till where we have completed? Hello. Yeah, do you remember? I think we have started with oil seeds, no, last class?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Methods of cultivation.
That would be for, I think, groundnut. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, method of cultivation, groundnut. Okay. So, one thing I would like to tell you all, I think did you all get any notice?
No, sir.
Once you get the notice, let me know. Okay. You'll tell me that time. I'll tell you something. Okay. Jute cultivation. Okay, so we started with groundnut. Yes or no? Huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, switch on your camera, everyone. I hope you all can see the screen now clearly.
The webcam is locked.
Yes, sir.
Just a minute. I kept public chat open and camera. Okay. I just want to have a look once, and then after that. Okay, Sachidanand Kumar, Astitva Misra, okay, Diljit Hansda, and who is this? G Aftab, okay, Prince Lauti, Santosh Shaha, Akash Anand, Nirdesh Kumar. Okay, you all come up with your camera. Huh? So
Yes,
if I
sir.
face problem, I will tell you all. Okay, if I face problem, okay, because maybe sometimes it happens like last time it had happened. Yes, no, when all the camera was on, there was some problem, but then it's still rule is rule. We'll try out. Okay, let's. Okay, without wasting much time, let's begin with this. I believe in the class we have completed what this particular lesson. Basic importance of for this one. Yes or no? It's finished. Economic importance of oil seeds we completed. Yes or no? Can you see the screen? Hello.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
we have
sir.
completed this one. So I gave you all two questions out here. One is the economic importance of oil seeds, and the second one is like industrial use of oil seeds. Yes or no? And for industrial use of oil seeds, I think you all have written about this paint and all this. Yes or no? Right. So this is also done.
Yes.
And next one we discuss about the two types of oil seeds. That is, one is edible oil seeds, another one is non-edible oil seeds. Edible oil seeds, what is it? What does it mean? Edible oil seeds means it is it is a type of oil seed which we can consume. Yes or no? It's possible to eat. I mean, it's possible for us to consume, maybe in any form. Yes or no? Like cooking food, or maybe adding in salad, or whatever it is, right? And the example of that also I discussed with you all. One is groundnut, the same groundnut. I think you all know. Just last class I showed you the picture also. Yes or no? Mumphali, what you call. Sesame is til, rapeseed. Yes, rapeseed is also there. Mustard. I think all of you know very well. Yes or no? Sarso, what you locally call. Sunflower. Yes or no? Niger. So these are some of the edible. What is that called? Oil seeds. So they can ask you what are edible oil seeds and give you example of it. Next to this non-edible oil seeds, I told you in the last class that non-edible means the one which you cannot consume. If you consume it, okay, then we may have some health issues. Yes or no? So, and the uses of those non-edible oil seeds are basically in the, what is that called, in case of your automobiles and all that, isn't it? In the machines and all that. So castor, linseed and all. These are also used for making hair oil and all that. Okay, so let's move on to the next part out here, which I have discussed in the last class. Edible oil seed, the first one I discussed with you all is groundnut. So groundnut, I told you all that, okay, groundnut is the most important what oil seeds, okay, that is what cultivated in India. The most important oil seeds are cultivated in India, because more than half of the total production of seeds, okay, oil seeds, okay, we have what 50% of that, almost 50% of it, or more than that, we have what groundnut. Yes or no? And the next thing that we have got is here groundnut. What is it? It is a tropical and subtropical crop, meaning it can be grown in the tropical regions below the Tropic of Cancer, near the Tropic of Cancer, those areas, whichever area lies within that, and also above that. So which we have discussed in the previous class. Now moving to the season now, cropping season. Which season it can be grown? It can be grown in both the seasons, that is Rabi as well as in Kharif season. Okay, and then next one we have got out here the two types of what is that called your groundnut. One is a bunch type, another one is a runner type. Can anyone tell me what is the difference between the two? I believe I discussed this in the last class. Yes, anyone who can tell me the difference between bunch type and runner type?
Branch type is like it will grow vertical, and runner type will grow. It will spread it in a huge area.
Like yes, it's like this. See, if it is a bunch type, then bunch type grows like this, and it grows vertically, upward. And then if it is a runner type, it will grow a little bit up, and then it will spread in the adjoining area like this. Like I told you, for like creepers and all that. Yes or no? Yes or no? You have seen a money plant. I think everyone has that.
Yes, sir.
Yes or no? So somewhat like that. Okay? So it tends to spread around. Okay, and it requires some support. So this is your what is that called? The difference between the two. Okay, fine. So let's move on with the next thing over here. Then that is yes. Okay. Yeah. Let's move on to the next one out here. What is your soil condition? We go to the geographical condition now. Soil conditions here, well-drained, light sandy loam. Now, what do you mean by well-drained, light sandy loam? Well-drained out here means that you have to understand that soil does not allow the water to accumulate. Yes or no? Those light sandy. Now, light sandy means it requires what? The content of sand should be there. Okay, and also red and black soils. Red soil is also good for this one. Black soil is also good for this one. So you can just remember, okay, this was that sandy loam, red and black soil. You can underline this one, okay, which is best for the cultivation of what that called groundnut. But remember, if it is this well drained, now remember, just think it in this way that groundnut does not cannot withstand stagnant water. If you just remember this, then automatically this particular thing comes in your mind, that is well drained light. Okay, well drained, this particular word comes up. Okay, now moving to the next part of it, I hope you all are underlining it in your book. Okay, do that. Now see climatic condition, the temperature condition. Okay, see it's 20 to 25 degrees Celsius. Nothing very big over here. Okay, just a simple information. What type of crop is it? It is a tropical crop. So underline that. This two important thing out here. Warm and dry weather is important at the ripening stage. Now for any particular thing, let me tell you, anything for when it is getting ripe. Okay, let it be mango, let it be apple, let it be anything, any fruit, any vegetables, or any say greens, any type of crop. Okay, at the time of ripening, okay, most of the crop they prefer to have what warm and what dry type of weather, because if it is a warm and dry type of weather, it will not the seeds will not be affected by what? It will not easily get affected by fungus. If it is wet, then what will happen? It will absorb moisture. So where it is wet, what will happen? The moisture, where it is wet, the fungus will tend to develop. Okay, so this is about your temperature. Now we move on to the rainfall. The rainfall, see out here, it needs about how much? 50 to 70 centimeter of rainfall. Please underline this one. And ISO height. I think last class I discuss about this ISO height. Yes or no?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
So what is ISO height? Tell me. What is ISO height?
Line joining places are equal rainfall.
Yes, line joining places. Yeah. Okay. Having equal rainfall. So if any places experiences rainfall up to 100 centimeter. Okay. Then in that area it is possible to cultivate groundnut. Is that clear to everyone? Okay, but more than that means more than 100 centimeter is what it is harmful for the crop. So this is also done, and I believe I made you all underline this one. Okay, as your adverse condition, that is prolonged drought, means a long dry condition. Okay, continuous rain means say yes, obviously continuous rain, you can understand the meaning of it. Stagnant water, I told you, just an accumulated water, what we call, and frost. Yes, no. Now winters is very, very common. Okay, frost is very common in the hilly areas. If you have been to the hilly areas, or if you are in the hilly region, you can find frost right now. Okay, that too, but for that you have to get up early in the morning. Okay. Yes, the method of cultivation of method of cultivation is very, very simple. Okay, it's grown in the month of June and harvested. Okay, after 3 to 4 months, means from June you add another 3 months, it will come to about Tell me. It will come to September. Yes, no? September, October, like that. So that is the time when it will be harvested. Now, most important thing out here, which everyone should underline, that is this one. Groundnut is a leguminous crop. Okay, and like pulses has a property of fixing atmospheric nitrogen into the soil, thereby increasing the fertility of the soil. So anytime you get a question, okay, like why groundnut is used as a rotational crop, the answer will be it is a legume crop. Okay, it is a legume crop. It is leguminous, and it does the work of what? Putting the atmospheric nitrogen into the soil. So that is what you have to write. Okay, or it can be like this, like say groundnut is rotated with some other crop. That sort of question also can be asked, like see out, it's given there. Therefore, it is used as a rotational crop for millet as well as other crops in that season. So, like if they ask you a question, okay, millets are rotated with groundnut. Okay, if a question is asked to you, so what will be your answer? Who can tell me? What will be your answer? Yes, anyone here?
As groundnuts are leguminous crops, it helps in nitrogen.
Atmospheric nitrogen.
The fertility of the soil.
Okay, fine. So that is also done. So you all understood. This is a very simple concept. Actually, related to that of this one only. Yes or no? That of pulses, we have already learned about that. So nothing to give more importance. Yes. Okay, you know the meaning of it. Okay. Now harvesting. As I told you, harvesting. See, you can find out that from the land what they do. They do the work of what? They do the work of, means they will dig the ground. Yes or no? Because where do you find that particular the seeds? I mean the fruit, groundnut. Where do you find the nuts? Yes, nuts. Where you find? You find the nuts inside the ground. Let's if we consider this as a plant out here, and let's take this another color out here. This one as a okay. Yeah, if you take this one as a root out here, yes or no? Where do you find the fruit? I mean, where do you find the nuts out here? You find the nuts over here inside. Yes or no? Like this, inside the soil, like this. So what you have to do? Either you have to uproot it, or you need to dig this land and you have to take it out. Okay, so the option will be to you have to dig it out. Okay, that is what they do. That is how they do it, and are collected by hand because it's not possible to put some I don't think so. There's some machine which will pick up the groundnut from the nuts from the ground. Yes or no? The farmer will dig the land and then it comes out and you have to obviously pick it up. If you have seen potatoes and all that. Have you ever seen potatoes and all that? When they are harvested,
sir.
you don't know.
Yes, sir.
We have to obviously what they'll do. They'll first dig the ground and potatoes come on the surface, and one person will be there to collect it. Yes or no? They'll put it inside a sack or put it inside some sort of this one. Yes or no? So this is also there, right? So that is about the harvesting. Now, hence it needs cheap and abundant manual labor. Now, what do you mean by this? Now, it requires large number of labors. Why it does requires large number of labors? Because now just imagine groundnut. Suppose you have got 3-4 hectares of land. Okay, 3-4 hectares of land, and we have done cultivated fully groundnut only over there. And in that particular groundnut, in that particular field, once you start plowing the land, digging the ground, you are taking out the groundnut. You have to pick up the groundnut. Listen, for that, what you require? You need people to dig the ground also. You need people to collect the groundnut also. Yes, and so for that it requires what? Labor. So it means it is a laborious work. Next to this, later what they do is the pods are shelled. The pods are shelled in a sense. I think all of you know. Now, not actually this is somewhat like this. And inside this, what do you find? You find You find the seeds inside this. Yes, somewhat like this. Now, the pod means this is the groundnut. Now, what they do? They are shelled means they'll break this one. They'll break it. They have to obviously dry it up in the sun, and then they'll break it. And after breaking it, what will come out? Tell me. The seeds will what? Come out. Oh, that seeds are what it is used. Okay, now for obviously making oil and whatnot. Okay, let's move on to the next one here out here. Okay, we'll discuss the uses first. Okay, characteristics you can see out here. It contains a lot of it is a very rich source of protein and vitamins. Okay, vitamins out here. So high calorific value. So calorie value. Okay, so underline this one, and that not that important, but yes, go through just for information sake. Yes, now next. Okay, out. Now, where is this groundnut basically used? Okay, it is basically used as hydrogenated ghee, that is vanaspati form. Yes, we must have been using vanaspati oil and all that. Yes, vanaspati ghee and all that. Yes, y'all, right. So many of you use it, yes or no? So that is where it is actually used. Now, coming to the next part of this one, okay, now groundnut does not only have some sort of use that is only for eating purpose, but apart from that, we also have got many other, what are that called, uses. So you get uses from here. Okay, first one from here, you can use it as like say artificial leather, very simple to remember, easy to remember. Soap, oil requisites, okay, like this one you can write medicinal emulsions also. Then after that, we move on to the next one out here as groundnuts. See here, groundnut can be eaten raw, okay, roasted, salted. I think all of you like this, yes or no? Sweetened, yes or no? And nowadays, I think y'all must be trying out with that of the this one, isn't it? The tong, what do you call? Huh? Do you try that? Huh? Hello. Hello. The tong garden, what they give now? You get a different sorts of like beans and all that. Yes or no? Okay. Right. So let's move on to the next thing out here. Okay. So that is also there. Apart from that, it is also used for making many sweets and savours. I don't know what is the name or what they call locally. Okay, I think it maybe or something like that. You know what is it? That from like using jaggery and then or maybe sugar. They will melt the sugar and put the the roasted nuts over there. Yes, roasted nuts and all that. Yes, no? And then in the winter, like it's very good. Yes, and good for health also. Yes, and it gives the body warm. Yes, and it also. Right. So that is also there. Okay. Now that is also there for the uses. After this, after oil is extracted, the residue is used leftover, or the residue or the leftover we use it as a cattle feed. Meaning, what is this leftover called? We call it as an oil what? Cake.
Oil cake.
Okay. Oil cake. Let's go to the next one out here. Okay, India is the largest producer of groundnut. Okay, so make a note of this, everyone. Okay, and since it is a primarily a rain-fed crop, there is a bound to be fluctuating in its production. Meaning, like out here, whatever the name of the states are given, out of these states, okay, like sometimes one will be one. Like say Andhra Pradesh is the largest producer. What you can see out as per the sequence. Maybe some next maybe Tamil can come, or maybe Gujarat can come up. That is what it means. Okay, so please underline this one. That is your Andhra Pradesh as the largest producer. And apart from that, you can underline Tamil Nadu and Gujarat for the rest. Okay, so this part is also finished. I mean, your graph is finished. To move on to the next one, that is your another crop out here. Okay, that is musk, what you call it as sarso. You can see out here. I'm not using any of this one. It is known as sarso. I think a sarso, all of you know. I think while going home, while going back home, you must have seen along the railway track or maybe the roadside, yes, and in the field, yellow color flower plant and all that crop. You have seen this time when you went back. I think you must have seen.
Yes, sir.
That is actually your sarso. That is your mustard. It was there, obviously. Now, this one, and I'm talking right now that like when you went home back means I think you all went on the end of January, what you call December, yes or no? End of December, you all went back home. So that is a winter season. So winter season means as for the cropping season, which season is that? It is a what? Rabi season, yes or no? Yes or no? Rabi season. Yes or no? As per the cropping season.
Yes, sir.
It's a Rabi season. Now let's do the next one out here. It's very, very simple. Okay. It grows well on alluvial soil of Satluj Ganga plain. Now Satluj Ganga plain. Where is Satluj Ganga plain? Right on top. If you talk about this one, then you must be knowing about the river. Yes or no? Right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So you know that here we find some rivers out here. Just a minute. Okay. One important river Ganga is out. And then there is one river. This is Satluj. There is another river like this coming downward. This is river Indus. So Satluj Ganga plain generally means area is that this particular area out here. So which states comes out here? We find out here first of all over here we have got Punjab, then you have got Haryana, you have got Uttar Pradesh. Yes or no? So these area only Satluj Ganga plain, alluvial soil of Satluj Ganga plain. So alluvial soil is best and in the Satluj Ganga plain. So let's move on to the next part of this temperature condition, you can see the temperature. So since it is grown in the winter season, okay, the temperature requirement is also low. That is only for about how much, 10 to 20 degree Celsius. Okay, and rainfall requirement is also very less. That is 25 to 40, because winter rainfall is very rare. Yes or no? I think yesterday it rained in some places. In the hills it rained. Was it raining in the area yesterday? Yes. Okay, that was because of some disturbances, local disturbances. Okay, so I think all of you are clear with the temperature and then of rainfall out here. Now moving to the next one out here, method of cultivation. See, method of cultivation. It is mostly grown as rabi crop in pure or mixed. Now, what do you mean by mixed? Pure means only mustard in one field also is grown, or it is grown like in a, say, mustard is mixed up with some other crop, like say mustard and wheat side by side it can be grown. Okay, or it can be grown like say mustard and gram, or mustard or barley. So that is how it can be cultivated. Okay, so it can be grown pure as mixed. Harvesting. Now harvesting is like this, like when the flower, when you went back home, you have seen the this one to be, that the flower be what particular plant. Okay, but then just let me show you all. Okay. You all must have seen like this. See, this is how it flowers. See, this sort of field. You all must have seen, no? Maybe in your locality you all must be having also. Yes or no? Huh? Do you have like this? Huh?
Yes,
So this is the flowering state. Now you all know very well, for any particular crop to grow, first it will be what? First is the flowering stage. Then starts pollination. Yes, sir. And after pollination, the seeds will develop. Yes, sir. Fertilization takes place, and then the seeds will grow up. Like it is very much clear from, you can easily understand from this one. Okay, out here, see. Okay, there's a mustard, herbs and what you call spices. I don't know what is it. Okay, for, but let's go with the topic out here. So this is the flower. Okay, after the pollination takes place, this sort of like, you can see the pod it develops out here. Understand? And inside this, you can see over here, this sort of seeds will be there. And these seeds are very, very tiny. Okay, understand? If I will give you one handful of seeds and like throw it on the floor and tell you to pick up, okay, it may take you maybe more than 1 or 2 hours like that. Okay, now, so it's that difficult. So what they do now, how do they harvest it then? So the work of harvesting out here is like, they will cut the crop at the base. Like you all can see this particular crop out here, they will cut it at the base of it. So they will cut the crop at the base. Okay, and what they do is they put this particular crop where it maybe inside the sack. Okay, or maybe something on a particular surface from where the seeds does not say get mixed up with say in the soil or something like that. Okay, now so they will cut that particular crop. Okay, and then after that they'll do the work of threshing and all that, like beating with the stick. Okay, they can put inside the sack like this here. Say suppose a sack out here. Just a minute. Okay, suppose a sack like this. Sorry, not writing on it. Okay, a sack suppose like this, and inside the sack one side, you all know that in the sack one side will be open, other side will be what, closed. There's no, all three sides will be closed. They put the seeds inside this, and with the stick they will beat. What will happen? The seeds will fall inside will remain inside the sack only, and then they'll take out the crop and then they'll throw it. Okay, that is also one way it can be done. Okay, so this is also there. So harvesting is done in this way. Now moving to the next one out here, characteristics. Now coming to the characteristic, you see out here mustard seeds contains 25 to 40% of oil. Okay, and is generally used as a cooking medium. Okay, preservatives, yes, enough for pickles and lubricants. Now let me tell you, okay, in every particular house like this, mustard oil is used. Yes or no? Especially in case of Bengali family and all that. Yes or no? Huh? Yes or no? Hello? Hello?
So we apply it on our body also. Winters.
Huh?
So we apply it on our
Yes,
body
sir.
also.
Yes, that is true. Now, what I'm telling this is because say we are the ones who eat fish and all that. Okay, for them, to fry this one in the mustard oil, okay, is found to be very tasty and all that, good and all that. Okay, now, so obviously they use this mustard oil, very good, And if the mustard oil, if you whatever the mustard that we are used that we use, okay, let me tell you all, okay, that if it is like say a pure one, okay, if it is a pure one, then it can also be applied as what Santosh Sir said, that you got little bit of cold cough and or something like that, you can easily apply that. It gives a lot of like a strong vapor. If you take it, just be like close to the nose to your nose. Okay? What will happen? Whatever, if your nose is blocked and all that, it also even come. That will also actually gets what? It also gets what? Cleared. Understand now? So it has got so many benefits. So many benefits. But in this world, you all know very well, okay, we have got different over there. Yes, now we talk about so what do you call this? The most one is in use. Fortune is there. Then after that, you have got Little High if you want to go with. Then you have got Saffola and all that. Yes, no, we pay price, we pay money for that. But then, is there any guarantee that we are using the right product? Is there any guarantee that we are using the correct product? Is there any guarantee that we are really getting the pure product? No one can know that unless you take it to the lab and you test it. Yes or no? Right. So what is the only option left with us? Is that we can buy the oil seeds, okay, right? Maybe say 3-4 quintals, okay, directly at once, okay, whatever will be the requirement, 3-4 quintals of that. And that one you take it to the oil mill, okay, give it to them, they will crush it, okay, in front of you, crush it, you'll take the oil, give you the oil, and oil is actually what? Very pure. Now oil does not get spoiled also. What you can, you keep taking as something like that, container, you can store it, and throughout the year you can utilize it. Okay, if this particular seeds and the mills are available in your area, so that is one way, okay, a very safer, okay, safe, better for you also, as well as you're taking the good and the right product as well. Okay, that was related to the oil. Now here coming to the uses of it, very simple, as I told you, okay, that this one, yes, this the mustard oil is basically what? It is used as what? A cooking medium. All of you know. Oil cake means after extracting the oil, the whatever the residue that remains over there from that of the, what is that called? The oil seeds, that we use it as a cattle feed on your. Now, apart from this, you all must have heard about the sarso ka saag. Yes or no? Saag. Yes or no? Sarso ka saag.
Yes, sir.
Yes or no? Like, it's very, very, say, I don't know how many of you like it, but I find it to be very tasty. Yes or no? How many of you like this sarso ka saag? Raise hand.
Yes, sir. Yes, I like.
Raise hand.
Common in Punjabi.
Okay.
Sir, मक्के
Yes.
की रोटी and सरसों का साग.
So I can see how many? 1, 2, 3, 4. Very less. Means others what? You are busy with your this one, huh? I mean, you're like more of KFC and this one only. That's not good. KFC once in a month is okay, or Domino's once in a month is okay, but not regularly. Okay, a time will come when you will not be able to lift a leg only because of excess fat. So you should go with something leafy vegetables and all that. Okay, if you want to try. There's nothing, no one can force also. Yes, you want to eat, you can eat. Okay, but it's always better to eat like leafy vegetables than to be always non-veg throughout the month. Not only the month, means every now and then you're eating non-veg only. That's also not good for health. Okay, now the areas out here. Okay, we have got Uttar Pradesh, this Haryana. So these are states out here. Okay, this means out if they ask you which is the largest producer, go with what? Uttar Pradesh. This is the first thing you need to remember. The next one we have got is Rajasthan and Haryana. Apart from this, now we have got the third, which is your soybean. Now nowadays soybean has been more in use. Okay, can you tell me the uses of soybean? Now the product you get from nowadays, yes. Anyone?
The biryanis, fried rice, vegetables.
Fried rice.
Yes, sir.
So I'll make it curry.
Curries also.
You make curries of that. Then apart from that,
Sir, soya sauce.
The
soybean
soybean momos.
soybean momo. Okay,
Yes,
soybean
sir.
momos. Then
The soybean refined oil.
yeah, refined oil is obviously oil. We are discussing oil seeds, so don't forget. Don't get carried away. Okay, now you have to remember that. Yes, we are studying oil seeds, so oil has to be one of the use right there. Okay, and now another can be like, say after oil is extracted, the oil cake will obviously be there, and oil cake will be fodder. Understand? So two uses for oil seeds. You don't have to, you don't have to like, you don't have to track ahead for this. One is that oil seeds. If it is oil seeds, it will be obviously used for cooking purpose. We are discussing all about edible oil seeds. Simple. The after extract oil, like, oil cake will be there. Leftover will be there. So what is it for? It is used for feeding cattle. So two uses are already there. If it comes, to it's gone. I mean, it's like, done for you. Yes or no? But still, okay, you have to remember. Okay, let's come to this now. Soybean. Now, nowadays, we know soybean nuggets, what you call as Nutrela. Yes or no? Fortune Nutrela, this Nutrela,
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
Nutrela. Making curries and all that. Yes or no? It's quite good for the health. Yes or no? Okay, it's
Rich in
soybean is
protein.
very. Yes or no? And soybean is that particular, this one very fine first class protein. Yes or no? Protein also has got classification. Yes or no? So we normally find first class protein in case of what? Soybean. And now soybean oil is already there. You will find soybean oil also. Upon that, soya sauce. Yes or no? Soya sauce. Soya sauce is very, very common nowadays. It's been more in use because you can say that with the popularity of what Chinese dishes. Yes, sir. Chinese food nowadays. Yes, sir. Every now and then, like in every like nooks and corners, find this one. Yes, sir. This what is called Chinese food and Chinese item and all that. Yes, sir. Right.
Yes, sir.
So those things are there, right? Okay. So apart this, now we move on to the next part of it. Okay. Wait. I think got disappeared only. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Can you the screen? Anything screen?
No, sir.
Showing
Welcome to Web Center is showing.
Okay. No problem. Actually, I only changed it. Okay, we only lost. Wait. Hello, check.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right. It's soybean. Okay, I don't know what. Suddenly, the PDF also became blank. I don't know why. And then something like black screen came. Okay, and then there are showing Windows C and XX. What, I don't know what is it. JavaScript and all that. What is that? Can anyone tell me? Suddenly it came. Any idea? What would be like?
Can you pardon, please?
It's something like, suddenly the black small windows, like,
It is the language from the website.
you can
is
see.
made. That's why it has shown. It's the language from which the website is made, I guess. That's why it was showing.
Oh, maybe. Okay, so let's finish this. Okay, we have got only 4 minutes. Again, I have got another class to start with. Okay, so soya bean, as I told you, okay, is used as a nuggets over there. Soya sauce, more in common, okay, popularity nowadays. Yes or no? And then after that, see, oil is also there. So please see that under the uses, go with that. Now I cannot show you that. Okay, it's the PDF only became blank out, so I cannot share it. Okay, so see to that the uses over there. Okay, it's mostly used in the Far Eastern countries. Okay, was used mostly in the Far Eastern countries, but then nowadays, like you all know, that it has become more popular in case of India. And let me tell you, soybean production in India was very less before. Okay, it was quite less before, but nowadays, due to say the increasing demand for this all Chinese dishes and all that. Okay, as a result of that, the production of soybean has also increased in India side by side. Okay, the demand has also increased. Before it was what, like India used to produce and it is send it to other countries only. Yeah, other countries used to like import from India. But nowadays what has happened, it has become more of like say within India the demand has increased. Okay, so outside already there is a demand. So because of that, now the farmers have started producing more, what is that called, soybean in India. Now see the uses over there. Okay, like the uses you can find over there. Vegetables you all know very well. Okay, then after that, okay. Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So I don't know what happened. Got getting disconnected. Okay, just quickly I'll do that. Okay, you just underline the uses there. The oil is used as a salad oil for making margarines. Okay, and then many other edible. Okay, this one. So underline that. Okay, margarine. I think you all must have seen something like a butter spread. Yes, like butter type of thing. You must have seen. Okay, basically used with bread and all sort of like this toast and all that. And then it's also used for making soap. Okay, and then lubricants. So do underline that. And moving to the next one, the uses, the areas over there, underline the areas. Areas you find over there, Madhya Pradesh and Uttar Pradesh, so underline that too. And if they ask you for which is the largest producer of soybean in India, so you are going to remember that it is Madhya Pradesh, because Madhya Pradesh comes first in the sequence. That is what you have to remember. Okay, so with this I end this one. So today we completed the topic of oil seeds, fully completed. Now we have got 3 more topics. Okay, that is one is sugarcane, and then you have got tea, and then you have got coffee. Okay, so these 3 is there in your syllabus to be completed. Okay, after this I have to start with a new chapter. Now it depends, okay, when the exam is going to start. Okay, whatever chapters we complete, whatever portion we complete before the examination, that will be a syllabus. Okay, and another thing is, yes, I want one of you to please write down, okay, one from a day boarder. Any day boarder out here? Any day boarder? I think
Yes,
Govind
sir.
sir, the
Yes, sir.
So what you're going to do is, hello Govind sir.
Sir, Govind is there. I'm Sankalan.
Okay, Sankalan, yes, okay. So you do one thing, or you all discuss, okay, and whatever things was done in Topo, okay, in class 9 and in class 10. Listen to me. Topo, whatever thing was done in class 9 and class 10. Sorry, what I'm saying. This one, class 9 fully, okay. I mean, online and offline. Before you had online you have done. Listen again, offline you have done little bit, I think, in the classes. No. So whatever things you have done, okay, whatever this one you have done, okay, for Topo, your day boarders, you make a list and send me the topics. Okay, and boarders, now from boarders, I think I can trust Nandwani is already there. Nandwani was in section A, right? Was in section A. Anyone
Yes,
from section B? Anyone from section B out here?
I am from section B.
Okay, Mahabir Bekani. But I don't know whether you have written or not. Who was there in the section B? Sachinanand, which section you were in? One. Ritesh as well. A. Who was in B, section B? Huh? Akash Anand was also there.
Height, so relative height and relative depth.
No, that I know, but then you have to write down all and send it to me. Okay, the entire list I want, because I have to make it equal, no? Because see, in some I have done more, in some class I have done less. So in the examination, if I think that, okay, this was done with like class 9, and then I give it to you all in the examination, then what will happen now? Then you will not be able to do it only. Yes, no, many of you will face this problem. So do one thing, you will make a list. Yes, whatever is done in the remedial, whatever is done in the class, everything. Okay, for 9, do one thing, 9B, one boy, make a list. 9A, those who are in group A for offline classes, make one list. And day boarders, you make one list. Okay, now list of whatever was done in the class.
sir.
And then send it to me. I will see. Then what I will do is I will try to say finish only those things, like what is done in A, B, and group A, group B, and day boarders, and then make a uniform syllabus for all. Otherwise, there will be a problem. Okay, we have to do Topo also. Okay, that's it for now. I will not take long because I got class because I've got a class now. Okay, so thank you so much, boys. Bye. Take care. Okay.
Good morning and thank you, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Okay, bye.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.